Hi, my dears. Happy full moon in Aquarius, and what a power-packed, amazing, magnetic, transforming, and maybe even shocking new full moon that this is. This is an incredible one. So, before I launch into all the details about the astrology and give you a free tarot reading, I just want to thank you so much for every like, comment, and subscribe. They mean so much to me, helping me grow this channel. And in an effort to grow this channel, I am going to be offering a free reading when I get to 500 subscribers. You can either subscribe and then comment below this video, or I have two posts, one on Vero, one on Instagram, that you can comment below, and then of course subscribe here. And I also have a tweet on Twitter that you can comment underneath. So all those places I will be checking once I get to 500 subscribers, and I will be picking someone for a free reading, and it will be a big juicy reading. It won't be just a little one. I want to do something nice to thank you all for following and also for making the moon an important part of your life. I really try to do these videos every time the moon is new or full, and so it helps you. It helps you to keep up with the cycles and to honor the motion of the moon and to be aware of its presence in your life and how maybe it's playing through your life. So full moons can hit people in a variety of ways. Sometimes you can be really wiped out. Sometimes you can be almost like hypermanic and really energetic. However those moons are affecting you, it's really helpful to know that. And it can kind of give you an idea, maybe clear your schedule a little bit more when the full moon comes around, or maybe, find a way to kind of carve out some space to just go outside and enjoy the beauty of it. So anyway, it's a great way to stay in touch with the moon cycles, and I truly appreciate it because I feel such a heart to share astrology and tarot with you all. And the more I can grow my channel, the more I will have the ability to do that. And I could not do it without your support and your help, so thank you. So yes, this is an incredible full moon. It is on 19 degrees of Aquarius, of course, opposing the sun at 19 degrees Leo. The North Node and the South Node, along with Uranus, are all engaged in this. Uranus is at about 18 degrees. The South and North Node are at 17 degrees of their respective Taurus and Scorpio signs. So we have a great big old T-square in the skies, and you may not be real familiar with astrology or know what that looks like on a chart, and that's okay. Just understanding, that we basically have something forming like this in the skies. We have this big like plus sign, this big cross. And when those happen, it's a really fated destiny moment. It's a moment, especially with Uranus involved, where things can just shift on a dime or just change in the blink of an eye. So you may find some things really becoming clear, especially with this full moon energy, and just finding yourself coming to some kind of clarity around a job situation or a relationship situation, or even a home situation, just knowing, the next step has got to be this. And with this energy, because of some of the things that are involved, I will offer that there is an ending energy with this particular full moon. So I wouldn't be surprised if, some of you experience some endings in your life, and that can be difficult, but also keeping in mind that endings bring about new beginnings, and to let go what wants to leave your life. And if there is a passing, my heart goes out to you. I know in the last few weeks, I've noticed just on the news, there's been a lot of car wrecks. There's been a lot of really, famous people passing. And I think in our own personal lives, some of that is echoed as well. So my heart goes out to you as you navigate these endings and as you navigate these sudden changes. With that said, drive carefully, drive defensively, be safe on this full moon, because it is absolutely incredible, power-packed. The energy is really, really, really big. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, check in with people that maybe have some mental struggles and see how they're doing if you have the bandwidth for that, because I think that could be really helpful as we care for each other and bring healing to each other. So anyway, just an amazing full moon. If you are looking to go deeper into your own life, I am offering a full moon reading. I have one left for this full moon. If that calls to you, I will link it below, and we would look personally into your life and into questions you might have, and I have a variety of decks, and it would be fun to just, share that with you and bring illumination to your life in some powerful ways. So without further ado, I'm going to do the full moon reading for all of you, and I've decided to use the Smoke, Ash, and Embers deck. And I don't actually know. It's by Stephanie Burrows, illustrated by Adam Ellers. I think I'm saying that right. But it's just a fun deck, and the backs are just gorgeous. Look at that. I have such a thing with, you can see like you got that kind of dragon energy, and just kind of, I love how they're reversible like that. But I have such a thing with dragon energy, and I just felt like it was really appropriate for today, because dragons always seem to me to blend that magic and that mundane so powerfully. Like they're here in this earth dimension in a way to illuminate for us, how we can live our lives more magically and find magic within the very mundane, very pragmatic things we have to navigate, paying bills, going to work, raising kids, all the things that are just so very mundane. And yet they bring that ability to see the magic and to see the flow within it and to see what might be possible, you know, if we open our eyes to what is possible. So, all right, I pick 3 cards. You can pick 1, 2, or 3. You can pick now. You can pick after. Trust your intuition. It's a great way to practice using your intuition and getting the cards that you desire and need and the message that you need in your life. And if you're watching this and it isn't the full moon in Aquarius, trust that you're watching this at the right time and you're getting this message exactly when you need it. So without further ado, the very first card is the 8 of Pentacles. Isn't that a beautiful card? I just love these, all the mushrooms and the dragon. But if you have chosen this card, there's a real feeling of maybe you have been working your butt off. You feel like you've just been kind of mucking along and you have been doing all the things and you're not seeing a lot of expansion and you're not seeing a lot of profit or reward for the work you have done. And this card really comes with a message for you today that you are making it somewhere, even when you don't see that you're making it somewhere, that you are laying the foundation for success. You're laying the foundation for your future. And what you have been doing is actually going to reap great rewards in the time to come, especially in this next moon cycle here, which could be the next month, but I kind of almost think of it as the next 6 months that you're going to see some real outpouring and some real abundance coming back from everything you have put in. So trusting yourself that you absolutely have done what you needed to do. And even though you haven't seen a lot of return on investment at this point, you are going to see return on investment in the 6 months that are going to be following. And you're going to really be thanking yourself for the dedication and the devotion and the discipline that you have shown as you've given to whatever this is. And this could be, personal, this could be spiritual, this could be work related, this could even be relationship related, where you feel like you've just poured in and poured in. But you absolutely are guaranteed return on investment with that. I just keep hearing that phrase in my head, so I'm going to just go with it. I think that's the phrase the universe wants to bring up to you that chose that card. So, all right, card number 2. Those of you that chose card number 2, well, we're getting a few pentacles going on, which is interesting because we've got, the nodes are in Taurus, which is an earth sign, and that feeling of, there is something about almost like shaking the earth and almost that feeling of deep changes in the earth. For those of you who chose this card, just a beautiful, do you see that sunshiny energy? There's the feeling of a new beginning, this feeling of a new path opening up to you. If you have been thinking about doing something in the earthly realm, like maybe buying a new house or starting to pursue things, to put things in place to change a job, or just any sort of mundane change, or even have a baby, this could come up around that. But I just want to offer that anything that you've been sort of putting into place, there's a big yes from the universe coming through, that yes, you are supported in this. And as you start to go forward down this path, as you start to take those steps to follow this path, you will be met with big blessing. You'll be met with support. You will find support in spiritual realms as well as in earthly realms with friends and acquaintances, and also just, connections, making those connections you need to bring this dream to pass. So a beautiful message for those of you who chose that card. All right, and the very last message for those of you that will choose card 3. Let's see what comes up here. Okay, and we've got the 7 of Swords, which is a very, very intense card. If you are navigating this card, there is a message to trust yourself. There may be a situation that has arisen in the last few days. There may be a situation that arises in the next few days. So kind of keep the message in mind if it doesn't apply in this moment. That there really is a feeling of learning to trust yourself, to trust your own inner knowing. I always find the 7s come with this challenge of knowing yourself. And with the 7 of Swords, it can be kind of this mental gyration and this mental processing, more than processing, almost just kind of like going round and round and round something and not sure if you're right. Not sure if someone has told you something and you're doubting yourself. You're like, well, what if they're right? What if, this actually is how I need to be thinking, but I was feeling this and now they're saying that. And maybe it's someone you really respect. Maybe it's someone you really look up to, or maybe someone you just feel has had a really important place in your life and they're saying something that's contrary to your own inner knowing. And I want to offer with this card coming up, trust your inner knowing. That is part of the challenge of this full moon to you. And it's hard sometimes, when logic or when, friends or even, a mentor or someone says, well, no, you're not seeing this clearly, and you start to doubt yourself. This card is saying, hey, don't doubt yourself. This is one of those challenges. This is one of those growth moments of, yes, trust your inner knowing. Trust what you feel is right and go forward with that in the most strength and most confidence that you can muster right now. And you will see in time. It will prove out and it will prove true that the way you chose is the right way. So Anyway, my dear ones, a power-packed full moon. I am so excited to hear your stories, what comes out of this. And if you already have some stories, please post them below. I love hearing from you all and just hearing what's happening as you navigate these energies. And you all mean so much to me. Please stay safe. Please stay well. Take care of each other. Reach out. And I am wishing you all the full moon blessings. Take good care. I'll talk to you soon.